Hi, everyone. So, in the last couple of hours, Israel has launched a series of airstrikes on Iran, and just wanted to provide a few thoughts on that and what I think um, the possible implications of this are in the coming weeks. So, Israel has been making noise over the last few days of the possibility of Iran obtaining a nuclear weapon and that it was taking actions that indicated that it was accelerating the development of a bomb. So this comes in the middle of negotiations between the US and Iran over a potential nuclear deal. So Trump's envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, has been in talks with the Iranians of potentially entering a deal to basically slow down nuclear weapons development. This was sort of uh, about face for the Trump administration and what you think they would do or what a traditional Republican administration would do. Um, Now, there's a lot in this particular set of circumstances that make it unique and different from previous sagas where we were trying to disrupt Iran's nuclear program. First, most of Iran's proxies in the region, Hezbollah, Hamas, Bashar al Assad in Syria, have been either destroyed or made militarily irrelevant. So this means that Iran has less military leverage than it has had in a long time. And I think this is also reflected in the rapprochement with the Gulf states. So, for example, Saudi Arabia has been in talks with Iran in Oman, the same country that was hosting the US Iran talks. So, there seems to be a desire broadly in the Middle East for the Sunni Arab states to make peace with the Shia Muslim Iranian state, still ruled by theocrats. And I think Israel, though it also is wanting peace with the Gulf states, was looking at this nervously because Iran is traditionally a antagonist to Israel, um, and Israel has, particularly Benjamin Netanyahu, has made noise about Iran obtaining a nuclear weapon going all the way back to the 2000s. Um, and going back to the nuclear deal that Barack Obama negotiated in his second term, the Republicans have made noise about how this was facilitating Iran obtaining a nuclear weapon. This hurt Israel, etc. And it's why in the first Trump administration, one of the first foreign policy moves he made was to withdraw the US from the Iran nuclear deal. And now fast forward to today, and they're trying to basically put another version of that deal back in place. And so I think, and I'm not saying this is why Israel did this attack now, there could be intelligence that emerges that proves Israel was right. There's a lot of fog here, even for people in the intelligence community who are in the middle of all of this, because they can get contradictory information and they can only go off, their best judgment. But there is a possibility that the timing of this was designed to scuttle the peace process and the negotiations between the U.S. and Iran. But we'll see. And for its part, the administration has already been very specific about distancing themselves from this attack. So Secretary of State Rubio has already said that this was a, quote, unilateral action by Israel. So they're being very clear here. And Trump seemed less than enthused about the possibility of this attack just in the last few days. So I don't think the U.S. really wanted this at this time. I think this is Israel acting on its own for whatever reason. And we can expect retaliation from Iran, and I would also expect the U.S. assisting with the defense of Israel. So a lot happening, a lot remains to be seen as the situation sorts out.